So they should be making 49.40, so 49,440, so almost 50 grand, minus their 7% vacancy, right? Very important to know what the vacancy is. So they've minused out the vacancy here, and then they've also minused out the expenses. So the NOI is 37,261. All right, so that's the NOI this is what the wholesaler gave the student. And his question is, so now we got this, great, awesome, looking at all these numbers, how do we know if it's a good deal, right? Anybody else thinking this? How do you know if it's a good deal? Well, in order to know if it's a good deal, you have to be able to run commercial deal analysis, right? However that you run commercial deal analysis is up to you, right? I mean, what you need is you need some sort of like a deal analyzer. You need something that you can use to run commercial deal analysis. I'm going to use my spreadsheet because this is what I use internally, but you can go into the web and you can go search all different kinds of commercial deal analyzers. You can, buy them. You can get them from somewhere else if you want to as well too. All my students have access to our deal analyzer. So if you become a student, you have access to the one that I'm going to go over, but you can also find stuff online as well too. A really good company and a really good friend, his name is Joe James. He created a deal analyzer called ROI Muse. Maybe Ariel, and if you have time, if you can find that, you can put our link into the chat so everybody can have access to that. But ROI Muse is an online deal analyzer for commercial deal analyzer. And really it's just Joe's deal analyzer that he lets everybody use. And he does apartment buildings, but the truth is like commercial deal analysis is commercial deal analysis. Maybe it's a little bit different here and there. They say doors, we say square footage, but it's typically kind of the same stuff. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to use my deal analyzer. We're going to run the numbers. Let's take a look at it. Let's see how this deal is. Okay. All right. So let me pull up my deal analyzer here. Okay. And let's see. I gotta figure out how to share my screen again. Let's see here. Wonder if this is the right one. Yeah. Okay, so here's our deal analyzer. This is kind of what it looks like. I'm going to take the, oops, I stopped screen share. Take the information that we got on this pro forma, and I'm going to put it into this deal analyzer. The way that our deal analyzer works is any place that's in yellow is an input, right? And we've called that the info sheet. And this is where you'll input all the information so that it will spit out an analysis for you. Every single one of these tabs across the bottom of the deal analyzer is super duper duper important, all right? You can't just fill out this one, look at it and call it a deal or whatever, right? So we'll go through these and I'll kind of show you what is there and show you kind of how I know if it's a good deal or not. Okay. And what we do, what we use. So let me pull my sheet up again one more time. Okay. So we have, let's go in here and let's do this. So we have 16 plus 23 plus 9 is what? I have no idea. Who can tell me this? 16 plus 23 plus 9 is, my brain's not working either, so I have to pull up a calculator. 16 plus 23 plus 9 equals 48. Okay, so we have 48 units. All right, so this is kind of a small facility, right? But it's like, honestly, the truth is like most likely if you're listening to me, you're okay with buying a small facility because this is what I do. I buy small facilities, right? Okay, so let's do 48. And then now we need to figure out the total square footage. And then we have to figure out the annual income. All right, so annual income is, let's pull this sheet up again. 34,920 is what it is. 34,920. So let's do 34,920 here. Annual income. Square footage we'll figure out in just a minute. And then remember what the vacancy was. If anybody can remember, they said 7%. Okay. And then they gave us their expenses here. So the expenses were, let's see, property taxes, utilities, and insurance. Utilities is 1320. And insurance was 924, so 1320. And 924.